first astonishing paper that came, there was Dr. Bellari. He was first to suggest and scientifically prove that at a nano concentrations, what is called as supra-Avogadro concentration, there is still evidence to suggest that the remedy exists. I was happy. I think 3 years before, Dr. Basme invited me for one program in Bid, where I witnessed what you call as the glory of homeopathy. Fantastic people with, the word is glory. And therefore, I was chairing session with Dr. Bellari, who is a professor of chemical engineering in IIT Bombay, where I suggested that you need to work further. Now, this whole project was not substantiated by anybody. So we thought we should do something more. It needed to be duplicated. So we wanted to find out whether we could utilize electron microscope facility across, and therefore, in fact, we formed a special board on nanomedicine, where Dr. Bellari was a member. And there we were trying to invite people, utilize EM services in Pune and Bombay, to substantiate saying that at nanoparticle level, where the metal or remedy exists. Because we need to do more on these areas, it was wonderful that IIT Bombay went further. I was given 3 months before, appointed as an external examiner for PhD. PhD of IIT Bombay, and that was on homeopathy. So it was reasonably a shock to me that I am neither a chemical engineer nor a homeopath, but I was appointed as an examiner for a PhD thesis. And this thesis was on by Dr. Chakramane and his group under guidance of Dr. Bellari. It's a fantastic thesis. Very, very well read, very, very well written, completely based on scientific evidence, 100% reproducible, and that is the whole work that need to be looked as a part of rejuvenation of homeopathy. That this is the first evidence, in addition to that nanoparticle, that they showed how to have evidence that homeopathic medicine works. That is precisely the aim of my talk, that whether any scientific proof exists. Now this PhD thesis is still under progress. I have given him reply, and I don't know whether I can talk on his results. So I was reasonably confused what to do, because the work is neither mine and the student is still to get degree. So before declaring, I just talked with Dr. Bellari. I said, you have done a wonderful job. You need to be congratulated. At the same time, the message has to go to homeopaths, because they will get rejuvenation. They will get encouragement to work in their own field. And if you just go on waiting for time, maybe time is just lost. So would you permit me to talk on your results to homeopaths? He kindly agreed. In fact, all slides are given by him. So I'm just presenting his work. They're nothing mine. I just happened to be, by accident, a PhD examiner. And I must thank him for permitting me, because at the end, wherever he publishes, it may not reach homeopath. So I requested Dr. Basme that why don't you invite me for a webinar where I want to talk of these results. And therefore I am extremely happy and thank both of them for giving opportunity for reporting the case, because that is going to be very, very important today. 4 earlier papers by Dr. Chakramane is already there, and therefore if you put on Google now, homeopathy, alternative evidence, all those papers will come down. Next slide. Now, come. I'm just trying to teach you some small components of homeopathy, but I understand you are all homeopaths, and I'm not homeopath, so it is selling coconut in coconut. Something called hormesis. Low drug doses have stimulatory response, and high drug doses have inhibitory effects. So the basic concept. So this project which I am presenting of Dr. Chakramane, the PhD student of Indian Institute of Technology, Bombay, under guidance of Professor of Chemical Engineering, Dr. Jaydeep Bellare. Now he did in 3 parts: physico-chemical studies of metal-based homeopathic medicine, manufacturing process of homeopathic medicine, and biological studies of metal-based homeopathic medicine. The 3 components under which it is studied. Next. Now, as I said first, at the Avogadro or Super Avogadro dilutions, whether metal exists. You require fantastic, very advanced technology to look into these matter. Therefore, the research question was, do extreme homeopathic dilutions have physical basis? At those dilutions, where it exists, they use transmission electron microscopy, atomic emission spectroscopy, inductively coupled plasma atomic emission spectroscopy. They are very 3 advanced technologies. And then they realized that they were trying to use for metals, whether it exists. So they did TEM and ED for zinc met at 30 C dilution, and you can see those particles. You can see the length 1950 nanometers. So this is zinc, where it exists. Slide please. There are similar slides of other metals. At those dilutions, with these 2 technologies, ED and TM, this thesis showed that it exists. So then it goes into what is called as a froth flotation method. Into what is called as a froth flotation method, a manufacturing process where it is showing you it exists. I'll just introduce you what is a froth flotation method. It's used in mining. That when there is extreme dilutions of any substances, they hydrophobic and hydrophobic. Then they use some conditioner to make it hydrophobic, and then inject air. And therefore, when they inject air, that whole solution forms a froth, and then it suspends. And once it suspends, all those metal, it goes up in that float. Is what is called as a froth flotation method, which is routinely used by mining engineers today for removing dilutions. It's a mold, very small things are available. So through froth flotation, everything is concentrated. Now, Dr. Chakramane did the same thing and utilized froth flotation for whether to find out when it happens. And then they took multiple videos, right, of a whole process of flotation. And then you can see all those nanoparticles which are successively coming up and floating in the top. Right. And therefore these were then compounded with the air bubbles. And they were able to see that at those concentrations, these metallic particles were coming up. So these are the videos. You can see the ascent of all those particles. And then it is slowly coming up. And all those bubbles, they are incorporating those nanoparticles. So the message is, all these homeopathic medicines, because this whole work is done with metallic homeopathic drugs, with the flotation process, they were able to convince and find out that this whole thing goes up and accumulates in that froth. This is a schematic diagram of how it is done. First we do a lactose trituration, then dispersion of mixture in 90% ethanol, succession process generating air bubbles, then phase of process where mechanism 1 and nano bubbles, and then you can see at the end that in that froth, with those bubbles, those particles exist. So this is a dogmatic proof that in the extreme Avogadro dilutions, you have those metallic components available in the solution. Next slide. So this is being done with multiple metallic elements. So these are the, I don't know, gold, what is called aurum met, copper, cuprum met, tin, stannum met, zinc, zincum met, silver, argentum met, and platinum met. So all these drugs with supra-Avogadro dilution, with the froth flotation technique, the author as well as the researcher was able to show that it exists.